before the age of dinosaurs, before sharks ruled the seas. There was Dunkleosteus, a fish so fearsome it didn't need teeth, just bone-crushing blades. Welcome back to Time Traveler's Zoo, where we meet Earth's most extraordinary creatures in their prime. Today, we're doing something a little different. Instead of walking on prehistoric land, we're diving deep. Really deep. We're going 360 million years into the past, into the murky, alien waters of the Devonian period. Why? To meet evolution's first true apex predator. Forget Jaws. Forget the megalodon for a moment. We're here to meet the original sea monster, a creature that defined terror in the ancient oceans. So take a deep breath, and let's dive in. What you're seeing now is the skull of Dunkleosteus II. This creature wasn't just big, it was built like an armored tank. Estimates put its full length at up to 33 feet, or about 10 meters, making it one of the largest fish of its time. But its size was only part of the story. The real secret to its success was its head. It was covered in thick bony plates, like a knight's helmet, protecting it from just about anything. And then, there's the mouth. You might notice something is missing. Teeth. Dunkleosteus didn't have them. Instead, it evolved something far more terrifying. 2 pairs of sharp, bony plates that acted like self-sharpening shears. As it opened and closed its mouth, the edges of these plates would grind against each other, keeping them razor-sharp. Think of it like a massive pair of bone scissors. The mechanics of this jaw were incredible. Scientists believe it could snap shut in just 1/50th of a second, creating a powerful suction that pulled prey directly into its mouth. And the force of that bite! It is estimated to have been around 8,000 pounds per square inch at the tip of its fangs. To put that in perspective, it is less, stronger than the bite of a Tyrannosaurus rex, and powerful enough to snap through the armor of any other creature in its environment, including other armored fish. Nothing was safe. With a weapon like that, Dunkleosteus was a precision hunter. It likely used ambush tactics, lurking in the dim waters before launching a sudden, devastating attack. A master of the burst of speed, propelling its massive armored body forward to catch unsuspecting prey. And once it bit down, there was simply no escape. Its diet was varied and brutal. It ate pretty much anything it could catch, from hard-shelled ammonites, which it could crush like nuts, to other placoderms, the group of armored fish it belonged to. It even hunted the early sharks that were just beginning to evolve in these ancient seas. But perhaps the most chilling part of its predatory behavior is the evidence that points towards cannibalism. Paleontologists have found Dunkleosteus skulls with unhealed bite marks that perfectly match the jaw blades of another Dunkleosteus. This suggests they fought each other, and when one was weak or injured, it became just another meal for its own kind. In the brutal world of the Devonian, you were either the hunter or the hunted, and Dunkleosteus was the undisputed king. So, what was this world actually like? The Devonian period, spanning from about 419 to 359 million years ago, is often called the Age of Fish. The oceans were teeming with life unlike anything we see today. The first massive coral reefs were forming, creating complex ecosystems. The seafloor crawled with trilobites and other strange invertebrates, and everywhere there were fish. Strange, armored, and incredibly diverse. But among all this life, Dunkleosteus sat at the very top of the food chain. For most of its reign, it had no natural predators. It did, however, have rivals. Sharing these waters was Titanosaurus, another giant placoderm. But while it was huge, it was likely a filter feeder, peacefully sieving plankton from the water, much like a modern whale shark. A more direct competitor might have been Cladoslake, a primitive and incredibly swift proto-shark. While much smaller, its agility might have allowed it to snatch smaller prey and evade the brute force of the Dunkleosteus. But even with these other giants around, nothing could challenge its dominance. Dunkleosteus was the ocean's ultimate enforcer. So if it was so successful, where did it go? Around 359 million years ago, at the end of the Devonian period, our planet experienced a catastrophic mass extinction event, now known as the Late Devonian extinction. Over a relatively short period, massive environmental changes, possibly caused by volcanic activity or shifts in global climate, led to a collapse in marine ecosystems. Oxygen levels in the oceans plummeted. An estimated 75% of all marine species were wiped out. Dunkleosteus, the king of the sea, vanished along with them. But its legacy lived on. There was a high point in the evolution of armored fish, a lineage that would eventually decline. More importantly, its powerful, complex jaw was a major step in the evolution of vertebrates. The basic mechanics of a hinged jaw, which we see in everything from sharks to lizards to ourselves, were being perfected in creatures like this. Of course, its legacy lives on in the fossil record. Incredible skulls have been unearthed around the world, from Ohio in the United States to Morocco, Poland, and Belgium, giving us a window into this ancient world. Today, its skulls are prized by paleontologists and, I can tell you, definitely feared by time travelers. Being back in the relative safety of the time portal, holding this replica, it's hard not to be in awe. When you come face to face with a creature like Dunkleosteus, you're reminded that nature doesn't always favor beauty or elegance. Sometimes it favors raw, brutal efficiency. And back in the Devonian, the most efficient design was a body of armor and jaws that worked like a guillotine. It was a monster, yes, but it was a perfectly evolved monster for its time. A true testament to the power of natural selection. So, what do you think? Would you survive a swim with Dunkleosteus? Let me know your survival strategy in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And if you're brave enough to join us on another journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more prehistoric encounters. Thanks for diving in with us. Next time, we're taking to the skies to meet a creature that flew without feathers. You won't want to miss it.